Hi everyone, good morning to you all and my viewers, my students who are watching, who are expecting benefits from this video. Okay, so this is my online teaching as you say. Okay, online video I am making, will upload on YouTube or Facebook. So my class which is being continued. Okay, already I have done two parts. In the first section, I discussed about the light, the nature of light, what light is, and in the second part, I discussed what about concave mirror. Okay, how the rules to obtain an image in a concave mirror, and today in this video we'll discuss how image is formed, the rules for forming image. Okay, in a convex lens, convex mirror, not lens, mirror, because this part is continuing for mirror, spherical mirror. Okay, so as you know, spherical mirror which reflecting surface is curved either inward or outward, either converging or diverging, and you know, for converging it is concave, for diverging convex, for converging concave spherical mirror. Okay, diverging mirror, that is convex mirror. Okay, so let us know how we get an image in a convex mirror. So there must be certain rules that to follow, and you know, while the reflection is, particularly reflection is concerned, all reflecting rays, all reflecting rays must obtain the law of reflection. That means making the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Obtaining an image in a spherical mirror, obtaining an image in a spherical mirror, there are rules which each and every mirror obey. Let us discuss what is the rule. So this is light class 10th, particularly for class 10. Class 10. Okay, class 10 light chapter, and now we discuss about the convex mirror. What? Convex mirror. Okay, so as you know, bulging is reflecting part is very bulging, and just what happens in concave, that is bent in, hollow, bent in. Okay, so in case of convex, that is bulging part, the reflecting part is bulging. Okay, so like this. Okay, like this. So what is the reflecting part? This is the reflecting part, this side. This is the front side of the mirror, and this is the back side of the light comes from the left side, not from the right side. Light comes from the left side. Okay, because this is the mirror, spherical mirror, you know, what convex mirror, what convex, this is convex mirror. Okay, and this part is silver coated, this part is silver coated. Okay, because light cannot pass through, Okay, because silvery coated, and this is okay. So this is the back side of the mirror, very clear. If I simply say this is the back side, this is the front side, and the light comes from this side. Okay. Now next, uh, nomenclature, different terms connecting with mirror, different terms. You must remember this. That first, what the principal axis line going through the middle of the mirror. This is the principal axis, and it intersects, okay, the mirror at pole. This is called the pole. This is the pole, and all measurement are done from the pole. If left side, negative sign is used. I will discuss it in the next session, the sign convention. Okay, the left side is negative, right side positive. Okay, so all measurements are done from the pole. Okay, either you measure the object distance, the image distance, the height of the object, the height of the image. Okay, all things are done from what the principal axis and pole. Okay, if we are going upward, that is positive, downward negative. Okay, all things we'll discuss later on. Okay, next, principal focus, another term, important term in connecting this topic. What? Principal focus. What is principal focus? As I told earlier in my previous video, the rays coming parallel with the principal axis, after reflection, it passes through principal focus, or you say the point at which the the reflected ray, which is coming parallel with the principal axis, cuts the principal axis. The point at which it cuts the principal axis, or intersects the principal axis, or passes through the principal axis, that particular point is principal focus. And the distance from pole, the distance between pole to that principal focus, that is called focal length. Okay, if ray of light is coming, suppose this is convex mirror. So when a parallel line, a ray coming parallel with principal axis, first rule 1, what? Rule 1. What happens? Rule 1. What happens when a ray coming parallel with principal axis and gets reflected on a convex mirror? And just remind what we read in case of concave mirror. The same thing, just remind. What happens when a beam of light coming parallel with principal axis, and after reflection, what happens? It passes through the principal focus. It passes through the principal focus. But there is the point that the concave mirror is inward, curved inward, but here it bulging. The part is bulged. It is diverging mirror. So what happens? The beam will be diverged. But here also an important role of principal focus. Let us see what happens. So this is rule 1. When a ray of light coming parallel with principal axis. Okay, a beam of light coming parallel with principal axis. That means the incident ray is parallel with principal axis. What? The incident ray is parallel with the principal axis. Okay. Next, what happens? It will diverge. Obviously, it will diverge. So, but what should be the direction of the divergence? What should be the direction of the diverging ray or the reflected ray? What should be the direction? The direction should be in such a way that it appears to come. It appears to be come from the principal focus, which is imaginary, placed on the right side of the mirror. Imaginary. Though we know there is nothing in the right side. There is nothing, because it is a mirror. And what is in the back side of the mirror? Nothing. But imaginary. Imagine that the principal axis is going through this way, and what happens? Suppose this, if it goes in the opposite side after after it gets, suppose imagine it goes in the next side. So what happens? A parallel line will cut the principal focus. A parallel line will cut the principal axis at the principal focus. So suppose this is the principal focus. Suppose because on the back side there is nothing. But imagine that here is the principal focus. Then what happens? The diverging ray. The diverging ray appears to come. Imagine, appears to come from the principal focus. From the principal focus, like this. Okay, like this. That again I say, when a beam of light coming parallel with the principal axis, okay, after being reflected on the reflecting part of a convex mirror. What? Convex mirror, it gets diverged. The reflected ray gets diverged. In which way? In such a way that it appears to come from the principal focus, which is imaginary placed on the right side of the mirror. Okay, rule 1 completed. This is the thing of rule 1, that what happens when a beam of light comes parallel with the principal axis. Okay, next, rule 2. Rule 1 completed for convex mirror. Next, rule 2. Okay. This is your reflected ray. Okay. This is the reflected ray, and this is incident. What? This is principal axis. This is the principal axis. Okay. Rule 1 completed. Next, rule 2. Next, rule 2. What happens when a beam of light or a ray going through the center of curvature? What? Center of curvature. What happens? Let us see. What? A beam of light, a light going through the center of curvature. See. So what is center of curvature? If we think this is a totally sphere, this is the reflecting part of the convex mirror. Okay. If we think this total a circle, then there must be a center, and that center is called the center of curvature. Okay. What is center of curvature? And in this section, a light going through the center of curvature, what happens? Let us see. These are the rules for obtaining an image in a convex mirror. Okay. This is the back side. This is the silvery coated suppose. Okay. This is the back side of the what? Spherical mirror or convex mirror. Okay. So in this rule, we know what happens when a ray going through the center of curvature. Okay. So where should be the center of curvature? As you know, this is the convex part. This reflecting surface is convex. So the center must be inside what? In the back side of the mirror or inside of the mirror. Okay. If you think a circle in this way, okay, then where will be the center? This is the okay. In case of concave mirror, listen. In case of concave mirror, the C or center of curvature is on the front side of the mirror, and in case of convex mirror, the C is on the back side of the mirror because of its convex nature. Okay. So what happens when light going through the center of curvature? Remind what happens in case of concave mirror. The same in case of concave mirror, a ray going through the center of curvature follow the same path of its reflection, or the reflected ray also follow the same path where it has come in case of incidence. Okay. Or the incident ray and the reflected ray follow the same path. Okay. The same thing also here, when a ray of okay, this is our principal axis, this is pole, okay, this is pole, this is center of curvature, and you know the focus point must be in between this is a focus point. You know R is, this is the radius of curvature, this is the radius of, what is the radius of curvature? If you think of a circle, then the radius be radius of curvature. And you know, simply for particularly most of the mirrors here R is equal to 12. Radius of curvature is equal to 2 into its focal length. Okay, R is 12. Okay, this will we discuss later on. Okay, in case of sign convention. While we read the sign convention, that we will discuss. Okay, so here when a ray coming in the way, in such a way that it will hit the what? Center of curvature, then there must be a reflection because it is falling on the reflecting part of a convex mirror, and there must be a reflection. What will be the reflection, or in which way the reflected ray will go? That the reflected ray will also follow the same path. from where it has come. Okay, what? So a ray of light going towards the center of curvature of a convex lens will go back on the reflected ray go back on the same path. Okay, that's all, nothing to be worried. A ray of light going through the center of curvature after reflection it will follow or it will go back on the same path. Mane this will be the reflected ray. So the path of incident ray is this in this way, and the path of reflected ray also in this way. Okay, this is all about rule 2. Now we read the rule 3. What? Going through the principal focus. What is studied in case of concave mirror? Just remind what happens when a ray of light or the incident ray is falling through the principal focus. Remind, it comes back, or the reflected ray comes parallel with the principal axis. Same as in case of convex mirror also, when a ray of light going through the principal focus, it comes back, or the reflected ray comes with parallel with principal axis. Okay, this is rule 3. The same diagram going through F. Okay, so this is a principal focus. Okay, suppose a ray of light going through the principal focus. Okay, so what happens? The reflected ray will diverge because of diverging surface. Okay, it is a diverging mirror, so it will diverge or reflect in such a way that the ray will be parallel with the principal axis. Okay, so okay, this will be the reflected ray, while this is the incident ray. What? And this is the reflected ray. Rule 3. Okay. So what is here? When a ray of light going through the principal focus for any convex mirror, the reflected ray will go back parallel with the principal axis. What happens in case of concave mirror? The same happens also in case of convex mirror. Okay. Now another point. What happens when a ray falls on the pole, making an angle, incidence angle? The law of reflection, remind, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of what? Reflection. Okay, suppose this is a convex mirror. Okay, this is principal focus and a ray of light falling on the pole. This will be the normal. Okay, So this is the what? Angle of incidence, and according to law of reflection, the reflected ray will go back, making the same angle what the incidence angle is. Okay, so the angle of incidence will be equal to the angle of what? Reflection. So measure of I is equal to measure of I. Okay. So convex mirror, this is pole, this point is pole, suppose this is focus, this is center of curvature. Okay, and what? This is incident ray falling what? Falling on pole. This is your what? Reflector. This is your reflected ray, and this is your what? Principal axis. What? Okay. This is all about what? The incident ray falling on the pole, getting reflection. Okay, making the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So in today's section we know the rules for obtaining an image in case of convex mirror. Next, in my next session I will discuss about the sign convention and what is the next content for class 10 students. Okay, so this is all about today's class, and thank you for watching. Keep it up, and I will be very happy if this helps you. Okay, thank you for watching.